Just to give you a little bit of context for why I'm standing here and giving my impressions on this meeting. My organisation is the International Institute for Environment and Development, based in London, and among a number of other things, we've just recently agreed to host a much wider green economy coalition, which brings together a range of international actors who share a common perception that the direction in which the world is going to lead us to some fundamental problems, and unless we anticipate those and deal with them urgently, then we're going to face escalating crises. The interesting thing about this coalition is it's diverse. It brings together private sector actors, organised trade unions, it brings together environment and development organisations, it brings together groups who have a very practical understanding of development contexts and realities, such as development alternatives, with research and scientific groups as well. And the intention is not to try and reach some lowest common denominator consensus, but to say, across these range of perspectives, if we share this common belief that we face a major challenge, how can we come up with constructive approaches? How can we prioritise where attention is most needed? How can we look at some of the fundamental ways in which our economy, our society, our ecology functions in order to achieve better alternatives, work towards better ways of managing our environment and improving equity and social livelihoods and standards. So it's a pretty ambitious challenge. In terms of the work that this group is doing, one of the things, there are a number of areas that we work. One is to say, this isn't some altruistic goal in the far distance which we can only sort of talk about in the abstract. There are many concrete examples of good practice that already exist, innovative examples, ways of operating that we can see now, that we can share, that we can look at ways of replicating and also amplifying so that they have greater impact. But also that we need a wider vision and we need ambition for change. So one of our principal focuses is on the international level. What are the international barriers to progress? What are some of the ways in which the international system could create a more positive context, encouraging movements towards a more sustainable world? And we also recognise that these things shouldn't take place in some bubble at international level, that it's critical to root these kinds of discussions in what's actually happening, the realities within countries, within particular sectors. So one of the central building blocks of the work of this coalition is to support a series of national dialogues around the world, which are led by organisations in country and bring together a diverse range of actors to address many of these fundamental challenges within their context.